Alright guys, today we're going to play Fibonacci at live roulette. If you don't know how this strategy works, I highly suggest you check out the video where I explain it in detail. You can find it in the video suggested in the top right corner. Welcome to Ninja Gamblers, where you can learn the best strategies for casino games like roulette, blackjack, and more. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay ahead of the game and maximize your chances of making big wins. Also, check out the link in the description for our Telegram channel and Instagram page, featuring exclusive content that never makes it to YouTube. Today, I'm doing a simple Fibonacci, so I'll bet a base unit of $20 on the first column, and I have about a 30% chance of winning. If I win, I triple my bet. If I lose, I follow the Fibonacci sequence. Let's see what happens. Okay, I lost. So I'll now bet according to the Fibonacci sequence, which is simply this chart here, that you can download in the link in the description. Every time you lose, you move up one term until you win. The second term is 1 again, so we bet $20 once more. Right now, I'm playing at the second casino on the Canadian list. As usual, I remind you how important it is to avoid online casinos that are unlicensed, illegal, or even rigged, meaning you could lose your money with no way to get it back. If you're unsure which ones to trust, check the link in the description and first comment for a list of safe, legal casinos by country. Meanwhile, I won $60, which means I recoup everything, but I don't make an extra profit. This is the case when you win with the second term of the Fibonacci sequence, no extra profit. But you still recover all the losses. So we go back to the base bet, $20, and this time we move to the second column. For this variation, I always move down one column every time I win. Let's see what happens this time. Oh yeah, by the way, this roulette has randomized bonuses. Each round enhances the multiplier of some random numbers. Like in this case, 13 and 28 paid 200 times and 100 times respectively. Not bad. But it doesn't really matter for us as we're not playing with single numbers. Nice, I won in the first round this time. So no need to escalate with the Fibonacci sequence. And I pocket a nice $60, which means a sweet $40 profit in one round. Winning at the first round is always quite profitable. Alright, so now I move down one more column, and I bet $20 again. So yeah, this roulette gives enhanced multipliers, but they don't really influence our game since we're playing on column bets. And to enjoy these multipliers, you'd need to play on single numbers. However, I did use this live roulette for the turbo method, and in that case, it really does matter. So check that video out in the top right corner. Alright, this time I lost, so I move up one term of the sequence, and the second term is 1 again, so $20 again. When we have to go up on the sequence, we always bet on the same column. By the way guys, if you've seen my recent video playing live blackjack, you already know by now how much I get annoyed by live games rather than normal online ones. If you haven't yet, check out the video in the top right corner. Yeah, I find live games, both roulette and blackjack, quite slow. See, for any round we have to wait for so long. For blackjack, it's even worse, when we have to wait for other players. Anyway, I just won. So this is again the case when you win in the second term of the sequence, which means you recoup the losses but don't make any extra profit. Let's move one column again. So this time we go back to the first one. So yeah, I find live roulette quite boring because it's slow, while normal online games are much more dynamic and faster. However, it seems I'm the only one thinking this. You guys seem to really like live games, and in the world of table games, online gamblers in general prefer live games. Yeah, I don't really understand that. Okay, lost, so I move up one term of the sequence. I bet $20 again. We haven't really seen a long negative streak yet. We always win at the first or second term of the sequence. This is good because we win fast, but also bad because with Fibonacci, the longer you wait, the higher the profit once you win again. So for example, if I go up 5 or 6 terms of the sequence and then win, I'll recoup everything and make a big profit. Well, the more we play, the easier it will be to see one of these streaks. It just takes ages with live roulette. I know, I'm complaining about live games again. Okay, there we go. We lose again, so finally we move higher than the second term. This time we go to the third term of the sequence, so 2 times, which in my case means $40, on the same column obviously. So this time if we win, we'll make a $40 profit, which will actually be the same profit of winning at the first term, since that one is a special case. After that, we only recoup losses but make no extra profit with the second term, and on the third term, we're back at a $40 profit. From then on, every extra term waiting means a bigger profit when we win. Okay, we lose again. Finally, a long streak. So, we now move to the fourth term of the sequence, which is 3 times, so in my case, I'll bet $60. So in this case, if I win, I'll be making $180, which is again a profit of $40 after recouping the past losses. So in this case, the profit would not be bigger than winning in the previous term. Yeah, Fibonacci's profit sequence is not exactly linear, but it eventually increases the higher you go in the sequence. So, for example, if we lost again and we moved to the 5th term, winning with that would give us a $60 profit. Yeah, it doesn't grow in a linear way, but it grows exponentially. Ah, there you go, lost. So exactly what I said now applies. We go to the 5th term, 5 times, and we bet $100. If we win this round, we'll make a $60 profit. If we lose again, we'll go to the 6th term of the sequence, 8 times, which for me would be $160. And if we win at that term, we'll make an even bigger profit, $80. So yeah, the more you wait, the greater the reward. But also, the greater the risk of reaching your stop loss and losing everything. So yeah, the more you wait, the greater the reward, but also the greater the risk of reaching your stop loss and losing everything. So it's a double-edged sword. As usual, I always suggest having a stop loss and avoid running after wins forever. Remember the house edge, guys. And here comes the win. Good things come to those who wait. $300 pocketed, which means after recouping all the past losses, I make a profit of $60. Now that I won, I go back to the base bet and move down 1 column. Alright, I'll keep playing for a little longer until I reach a total profit of $200. Let's see how long it takes me. Okay guys, as soon as I win this round, I'll have made a total profit of $200 for this play. It's a slower win than usual, because it's a live casino, so every round takes ages. I'll never stop whining about live casino, guys. Of course, remember that we're playing high stakes here. $20 minimum bet is pretty high, and there's a risk of having to bet very high sums when going up the sequence. And remember that the money you play is always at risk. So always be mindful of what you can afford to lose and what your stop loss is. I always suggest being able to afford at least 8 terms of the sequence. And I win! So finally I reach $200 in profit. Considering that I've been playing for less than 10 minutes, that's an average win of $1,200 an hour. Remember that if you wish to try this strategy as well, it's better to play in a safe online casino to avoid rigged games. You can find a list of trusted casinos in the description below. So guys, what do you think of this strategy? Let me know in the comments. I try to respond to everyone. I remind you that in the link in the description, you can find a list of safe and certified online casinos in your country and in each US state. I recommend using certified casinos if you want peace of mind and to avoid scams, rigged games, or even playing in illegal casinos in your country and having trouble with the law. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you soon, ninjas.